Yes, that was right. I think they tried to sex traffic us. And let me tell you how. So we eating at McDonald's, right? And so this man walks up. He like, "Oh, y'all got McDonald's?" I'm just like, "Yeah, we." I typically do not eat like McDonald's, fast food, stuff like that when I'm out. When I'm out, I really don't even eat it here, like where I live at. I don't eat it at all. But the fact that it was quick, it was right there. I haven't eaten really all day. I was tired from the beach. I was like, "Let's just get this quick." And I'm like, "Yeah, we just got something quick." He's like, "Oh yeah, I just got a divorce. You know, I'm out here by myself. I'm just chilling. Da da da. Leave tomorrow." And we're like, "Oh, I feel bad for the man," because I'm like, he act like he just so sad. Like this little Caucasian man was hurt, and I'm just like, I feel bad for him. He was claiming he was from New York. You know, that's where he was living. He was working, and that's all he do was work, and he just out here. So he proceeds to say, "Oh, he was going to the pool. So we going to the pool. You know, let's just go to the pool together." Here I go, Miss Nice. I want to go get shots. I want to have drinks. Like, let's turn up. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to get everybody shots. So I asked him, "I said, you want a shot?" He's like, "I don't drink." I thought, "Oh, cool. Don't judge people. You don't drink. Cool. Not getting you a shot." So I got me and her a shot. I got me and her a drink. Brought it to her. She in the jacuzzi talking to somebody. I don't even know. The man was talking to me. He was like, "Oh yeah, y'all should come see my room. It's on the 23rd floor." And I'm just like, "Oh yeah, yeah, we'll come later." You know, just yeah, we'll come later. And so then a few minutes go by, maybe an hour, maybe 30 minutes, don't really know. Then he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm about to go to my room now. Y'all should come now." And I'm just like, "We're good. We're good right here. You know, we'll come later. We'll come later." So then he go to the room, y'all. He was gone for like 2 hours. Like, it's no way he was going up there to get some sunscreen or whatever and then coming back down. He was gone for 2-3 hours. He finally get back, and now he moved his stuff close to us, and then we get uncomfortable. We had been at the pool for about 2-3 hours. We ordered some snacks. We had a drink or two, and we ready to go. And so he was like, "Yeah, I'm going to the beach later on. Y'all should come. They got a happy hour by the pool. Y'all should come." And I'm just like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah," to everything he's saying. So cool, he finally disappears again. Cool, excited. We stayed at the pool for about another 30 minutes to an hour. So now we're leaving, and I'm just like, "Oh, give me a picture here." I took some pictures, and here he come walking up, and I was like, "Oh my God, he's back." So here he come walking up, and I was like, "Oh hey." He was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Where you going?" He was like, "I'm going to the beach." I'm like, "Okay, cool." Y'all know men do not speak to women if they talking to another man. Like, it's just not something that happens. They had these other two men walking while he was talking to us, and so these men like walked. They was walking past, but they was like, "Hey, how y'all doing?" And we just looking like, "Hey," but like the man was still talking to us. Like, it was giving that y'all knew each other. Weird. So after we got done taking the pictures, the guy was trying to walk. Like, we seen the two guys still linking around watching us, and so we had acted like we was gonna go into the first tower, which is not the tower that we stayed in. We're just pretending to see if they were really watching us, which they were. So then it was like, okay, we're gonna go take pictures by the pool. So we turned and act like we was gonna take pictures by the pool, and we ended up going around the whole other way and down the stairs. Y'all, why these men was like walking slow literally behind us? So then when we get to the bottom of the stairs, instead of going into the tower that, like going up the elevators in which it was the tower that we stayed in, they had a concierge desk next to the elevator. So we sat down to like talk to them about excursions again. So this girl really got to talking to them about excursions again. After she done spent an hour, he done wrote down all the prices and this and that and the third. More of the story, these men came and walked behind us while we were sitting there, and I'm paying attention to everything. I'm like, "That's the men." Like, I'm watching them, but like not making it obvious that I'm watching them. But I'm like, "Oh my God," like they literally following us. But y'all, why this girl sitting at this concierge just talking to them for hours again about excursions? Then she brought up, she was like, "Oh, are you gonna get us an excursion, or whatever?" And I'm just like, Well, actually, no, because when I thought about it, we had already booked an excursion for $200, which was like a bus tour. And so the other excursion was like $150 per person. And so I'm just like, that's gonna be me spending what, the 200 plus 150 times 2 is what, $500. I'm gonna be spending $500 and you spend $200. Something don't sit right with me. So I was just like, no, I know I said that, but and she was like, oh, you can't do it. And I was like, no, I can't. But it wasn't the fact that I couldn't do it, it was the fact that I wasn't doing it. Like, no, I'm not doing it. And so I was like, what, you mad about it? And she was like, oh no, I'm not mad. I just want you to say if you can't do it. And I'm like, can you do it? But anyway, I was chill. So the men finally leave. We finally leave we booked a little $200 bus ride around Hawaii where you get off at 5 different stops. And so we go up to the room to change for dinner. Come take shower, change. You come back downstairs. Now, I just like 6 o'clock now. We were supposed to, this is the first day, we were supposed to go walk around Hawaii, explore. But we spent all freaking day at the pool and at the concierge desks. We get ready for dinner. We come back downstairs. She want to go to the help desk because they gave her a little thing that says like you get a free gift. You got to just bring it to them or whatever. And also we went to go get our Lays from the front desk also. So we got the Lays and then we went to the help desk to get the little free gift. And so we was finna walk past it and I seen the two men again. So I hurried up and grabbed her. Like, they was, like, waiting next to the elevator. Because remember I had told y'all that we pretended like we stayed at the first tower. The help desk was by the elevators by the first tower. These men was, like, waiting by the elevator of the first tower. Like, not by the elevator, but, like, in front of, like, a seating area that was in front of the elevators. So I hurried up and grabbed her. And I'm like, there they go. Like, we need to walk this way. So we walked. And so we going to the restaurant that's across the street from the hotel. So then she see the timeshare people. So she's talking to him now. And now she's trying to see. Because she was like, oh, my friend does this. And if you sign up, they give you a whole bunch of free stuff. They give you this. They give you that. Like, let's go see what they talking about. So cool. I'm getting a little aggravated again. Because I'm like, you just spent 2 hours at the concierge desk. And we ain't do shit. And I'm hungry. So I'm just like, cool, whatever. While we talking to them, which was like at the corner, the two men walk, like, see us, but I'm pretending we don't see them. And they walk and they like waiting by a trash can. They talking to each other on the phone and but it looks very awkward. Like, it's clear as day that y'all are following us and trying to be slick about it. So I'm just acting like I don't see, but I said the two men are over there. Don't look, but they're over there. So she started just talking to them, to the little man, and like 30 minutes went by. I guess the men got tired of waiting on us to make a move, and so one of the men walked up and was like, hey, do y'all want a drink? And she was like, no, we don't want a drink. And he was like, but, like, he was like, I'm just asking, do y'all want a drink? And she was like, no, we don't want a drink. So he turned around and like left. He was like, y'all, them men was gonna drug us and Lord knows what. So that was just crazy. Like, just to have that experience in Hawaii was crazy because there's no way y'all was not following us. Like, who are y'all? And for the first man to say he wasn't, he was leaving and all that, like, I feel like it was a setup. Let me know. Comment down below if y'all feel like that was a setup or if that was sticky. That was definitely some weird. And also, next, I'm not gonna tell y'all what happened next. We went out to eat. She met this guy, but that's really none of my business for to be saying. Like, I'm not really like getting into that. But yeah. So now I'm gonna tell y'all about the next day. Okay, so stay tuned for part 3. I think that is.